Valve out of nowhere just hit us with a large update, the first major one since the CS2 major has concluded, and in it, we got some fan favorite re-additions, the reintroduction of left-hand view model, the triumphant return of Overwatch. We've seen Overpass retired from the active duty map pool replaced with Dust 2, and we finally got the first looks at an overhauled Inferno. With a bunch of smaller changes in between, today's update was a beefy one, so before you get into game, here's what you need to know so that you are finally ready to get in there and end that losing streak. My name is LionHeartZ, welcome back to the channel, and before we get started, make sure you guys leave a like, comment down below, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. It helps out immensely in the YouTube algorithm. While you are down there, consider becoming a channel member. For $5 a month, you can support me directly in what we do here, gain access to exclusive emblems, emotes, a shout out at the end of every video, as well as more features coming soon. And lastly, follow me on Twitch, twitch.tv/LionHeartZ1337. I stream Sunday through Friday, 8:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Come check me out, call me back at Counter-Strike, complain about my view model, I don't care. Anyways, let's get into the patch notes. Alright, let's start off with the biggest change in the history of Counter-Strike. Our prayers have been answered. Finally, I can climb from Gold Nova to Global Elite because CL Right Hand Zero is back in the game. You can now enable left-hand view model by going into the settings and choosing your preferred view model. Also, you can hot toggle your view models in-game now by default, which is bound to H. We also got some small tweaks to view model Bob, and most importantly, your view model position and setting is viewable globally to all spectators in first person, so your disgusting scrunched in or zoomed far away view models are now available for everyone to mock and laugh at you. Moving on, we have new radar zoom options added. There's a new radar icon for the local player and free cam spectating. There is now a brand new grenade lineup reticle that appears shortly after pulling the pin on all grenade types. The timing can be configured for each grenade type independently. On first glance, I think this looks a little weird and a little clunky. I don't know if this is enabled just by default in all game modes or just for practice, but I feel like if this popped up in the middle of a random game, it would just be kind of distracting. I don't know how I feel about this. There is now a new kill feed icon for when you get a jumping kill in game, so you control even harder. The scoreboard now appears in the escape menu every time you pull it up, and new bot icons were added to the scoreboard. The buy menu was overhauled in this update. There is now a dropped weapons panel at the bottom of the buy menu, which will show all weapons that have been dropped inside the buy zone during the warm-up phase. If you click on one of those weapons, it will automatically be equipped to you directly. This now gets rid of the weird kind of gun shuffling that would happen at the beginning of rounds. You can just drop it on the ground, and if someone wants it, they can yoink it from the buy menu. This is a great change. On top of that, more information is now available in the buy menu. At the top right, you will now see the minimum amount of money that you will have going into next round without any added bonuses. So just your loss bonus plus your current money is what you're going to have going into next round. In theory, this is to help make it easier for you to decide whether you're going to save or buy. More information is always great, especially for newer players. Great change. We got some weapon balance passes in this update, the first time in a long time. The Zeus received a buff. It is now faster to move with the Zeus, and the attack cone has been adjusted so it's easier to hit the shot. The Zeus now has a kill reward. Previously it had $0 and now gets you 100 per zap. In other updates that took way too long to come out, the CZ75 has finally had its kill reward unnerfed after it got cratered several years ago. The CZ now rewards the same as every other pistol in the game, and considering it's arguably the worst pistol in the game, this is a fantastic change. And finally, we can put the memes to rest. The auto shotgun has received a nerf. It is no less lethal, but it now no longer gives you the most kill rewards shy of a knife in the game. It now gives $600 instead of the previous $900. So if you want to cash in with shotguns, be a real gamer and use a Nova. And now we move on to the map changes, arguably the biggest part of this update. Overpass has been removed from the active duty map pool, replaced with Dust 2. On top of that, we got some various map updates to baggage. Inferno has received its first major update since its rework for CS2. The massive buildings in mid and at the bottom of Banana have been removed, opening up the map significantly. This is by far the biggest change for the map, as now Ts and CTs have access to more nade opportunities in the mid area when pushing towards A. This brings back pop flashes, all kinds of smokes for Arch and Boiler. This makes the interplay on the A bomb site way the hell better. It's the one thing everybody agreed should be changed with the map, and it's good to see Valve following through on that feedback. As for Banana, opening up the roof over Banana is a good idea. I don't know how this is going to change many of the default items that we currently use, but it makes the map brighter, it makes it less cluttered, and frankly, getting rid of some of these tall ass buildings can't be a bad thing. As for Overpass going out and Dust 2 coming in, Overpass would not have been my first choice for maps to go away. I really think Mirage was definitely the first on a lot of people's list, as it's the oldest map remaining in the game without any significant changes, but I understand why maybe they wanted to take Overpass out. It's definitely by far the slowest map. it's the least intuitive for people to get into, and even just your average player playing average games, it's so easy to be overwhelmed by that map without any kind of utility knowledge or advanced setups, so I get why they took it out. On one hand though, it's kind of a bummer because it was one of the best tactical maps, and at the pro level it produced some of the best games I've seen in Counter-Strike period, so seeing it go kinda sucks. Replacing it with Dust 2, well, it makes the map pool more aggressive. Dust 2, we've played Dust 2 forever, we know what Dust 2 is about. It's definitely a great aggressive option added back in. It doesn't really move the needle for me. I probably won't be playing Dust 2 that much personally, but then again, I didn't really play much Overpass either because it really got banned more often than not, so I guess it's kind of a net neutral change in that regard. Beyond that, we got some bug fixes and minor improvements for Overpass, Nuke, Vertigo, Mirage, and Office to make them perform better, fix some exploits, collision, that kind of stuff. And going into our miscellaneous section, they have finally removed the weird thing where if you went to a demo and paused, you couldn't move the camera because the camera was attached to the playback speed. So the camera can move independently while paused in a demo. This is great for various reasons. If you're a content creator, this is a fantastic change. It's also just less clunky to go through demos now, which is awesome. And by far one of the most exciting updates for me, they finally added back the ability to launch a private server with people in your party. In CSGO, it was super easy to practice lineups and practice stuff in-game because you could go in, load up Dust 2 as an offline lobby with your buddies, you could all practice shit together. It was fantastic. You didn't need to own or rent a server. You could just do it straight from the game. It was one of the best things about CSGO when it came to learning new things with your friends. And CS2, that thing, it just never existed. And now you can launch workshop maps again. There's so much cool stuff you can do with your friends in private matches now that you could not do before this update. So great change, Valve. I'm glad we finally got around to adding this back. In other great updates, Valve have finally fired a warning shot at the cheating community. Overwatch was reintroduced in today's update. For those unfamiliar, Overwatch was a system of manual demo review where trusted accounts could look at specifically reported games and determine if someone was cheating or not. If that person was reported as cheating, it would go straight through to a Valve employee, and that person would either get banned or unbanned depending on whether they were actually cheating or not. What this allowed was a certain volume of ways of getting rid of basically the most base level of cheaters. Your rage hackers, your spin botters, the most obvious guys that you want banned right away. You report them in game, they get Overwatch banned, and they're out of the matchmaking pool really fast, instead of having to wait for VAC ban waves, which we'll be currently dealing with. This should, in theory, help alleviate the cheating issue to a major extent. Now, it's not perfect. We had Overwatch in CSGO, and CSGO still has problems with hacking. However, this is a massive step in the right direction. As of right now, I don't know if the system is live because looking in game, I can't find it. And as far as I know, my account is held within good standing. I haven't been reported. I should have trust factor matchmaking. I'm a Prime enabled account. I'm a 10-year account. So there's no reason why I shouldn't be able to review Overwatch demos. I could do it in CSGO. But I can't find it currently in game, so I don't know if it's been delayed or it's just there's no demos available yet because the update just went live. But regardless, once that goes through, expect to see some Overwatch videos on this channel because I think it would be a good thing to go over and look at what cheating actually looks like to help people better identify what they're dealing with in their games. Because right now, I think there's a massive fog of war in the community where people simply don't understand what subtle cheating looks like. I would like to be able to help add my voice to that so people can get more educated, they can do Overwatch cases themselves, and we can all work towards a better game state for everyone. Oh, also sticker sales happening if you're a sticker sale kind of guy. Get those major stickers if you need it. And yeah, that's everything for the update. A massive update from Valve today. A lot of quality of life stuff we've been hurting for a very long time. Stuff like left hand was kind of a meme, but having it back is great. I love having more customization. The grenade lineup crosshair, I'm really curious to see how this works. I am on the fence about it because I think it looks a little weird and a little clunky. I think one of the big appeals about learning labs in Counter-Strike is finding those weird quirky lineups where it's like, put your thumb here, this view model, this HUD element here, and you get this kooky one-way smoke that'll fly across the map in 2.5 seconds. I kind of feel like that takes away from it, so I wonder if it's just a practice utility. If it's enabled in regular games, I think it's just going to look clunky, so I'm really on the fence about that. The XM nerf, great. The CZ buff, great. Overpass going out, I'm kind of neutral on. Dust 2, I think is kind of about the same in terms of how I'm feeling about it, but at least they're doing something to change the map pool. The Inferno reworks on the surface are a big W change. This makes A-Site much more appealing to both sides. It's going to open up strategies and make the map a lot more breathable, a lot more approachable. So that's a great first step for Inferno. Now they just need to widen the goddamn lanes. Let me know what you guys think about the update in the comments down below. I'll see you soon with another video. Shout out to my channel members, Furley, Justin, and Jesse. Without you guys, this channel would not happen. Thank you so much. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. I'll see you soon with another video. Peace.